2025 came and went with plenty of great movies that released, whether in theaters or on streaming. Is this list a tad bit late? Yeah, definitely. Are you still watching? I sure hope so. But before we get too far into 2026 and start getting ready for these huge releases later in the year, I just wanted to name my top 10 movies of the year. First of all, there were plenty of movies that I did not see for one reason or another, like Weapons, Highest to Lowest, How to Train Your Dragon, Good Fortune, Him, or Train Dreams. Some of them I do plan on watching, and some of them not so much. 5 movies that I wanted to include in my top 10 but were just squeezed out were The Long Walk, a suspenseful, powerful, and emotional film containing 2 hell of a performances from 2 young lead actors who I hope to see in more projects in the future. Lost in Starlight, beautifully animated Korean romance film with one of the most breathtaking sequences towards the end of its runtime. K-Pop Demon Hunter, a film I wanted to include in my top 10 so bad, but there were so many films that just barely beat it, but a culturally iconic film, and it had made my niece re-listen to the soundtrack thousands of times, which I honestly don't mind because they came in with the bangers. Caught Stealing, a film I was surprised to learn not a lot of people enjoyed as much as me. I thought Austin Butler gave a great performance to a very tense action comedy, and he just feeds off his other castmates so well. Growing up as a dog person, Bud might make me a cat guy. And finally, Wake Up Dead Man. The Knives Out franchise doesn't miss, and this installment is fantastic. While not my personal favorite, I do love the cinematography of this film, the way it highlights how people will weaponize religion for their own personal gain, and Josh O'Connor's character growth throughout the story was just a great, fantastic film.
Wait a minute, what? Away we go!
Joan!
I was in bed and then I...
You look amazing. I have shocking news. You're
I'm
dead.
dead.
Yeah, how'd you know?
It took him forever to figure that out.
If you know me, then you know that I am a sucker for a good rom-com. I just love, and this film has quite the unique concept. I just love the grade the colorist has on this film and the way it is paired with the set design of the afterlife. The 3 leads all give fantastic performances, with the obvious standouts being Miles Teller and Elizabeth Olsen. Those who specifically really make the audience believe that they are 80-year-old people who reverted back to their younger bodies. I love the story, and although you kind of knew what the choice was going to be, the film did a great job at keeping you on your toes. 4 out of 5. I have never been a huge monster guy, but I do love me some Guillermo del Toro. His Frankenstein film does a great job at representing generational trauma and how a father may pass it on to their child, and how that child is able to break free from that curse. While Lordy is playing Frankenstein's monster, he really brings out the humanity and innocence of the creature with every move he makes and grunts that come out of his mouth. Oscar Isaac gives a great performance as Dr. Victor Frankenstein and gives life to a truly vile, selfish, egotistical man. From the makeup department to the set designers creating this gothic architecture masterpiece, 4 out of 5.
Oh, God.
Yelena! It's your dad! Don't go in the vault! Valentina's gonna burn you alive!
The MCU is dead, is what some rage-baiting, filthy grown man is probably telling you right now. But I am here to say, we are back. This film feels different from other MCU movies in a good way. From the cinematography, the color grading, to deeper themes of depression, loneliness, and isolation, this film feels like a step in the right direction for Marvel films. The way Drake Schreier is able to balance this large ensemble cast, their performances, and arcs, it makes me excited to see how he handles the X-Men in the future. 4 out of 5.
I need you to trust me. One last time.
The final Mission Impossible film, and the stakes have never been higher. Tom Cruise is back with another nearly 3 hours of high-stake action as you sit in your chair wondering, how the hell did Tom Cruise get out of there alive? The Mission Impossible films have always been incredibly fun, and I'm so glad that although I was late to the party, I was able to see the franchise end on such a satisfying way, in the way that it was meant to be seen, on the big screen. 4.5 out of 5.
우리 남편에 비하면 영 인간 벼락 같은 거 안 만나.
심호흡하세요.
This is the reason why this list is coming out so late. AMC showed this in theaters in December, but Cinemark, they wanted to wait until January. This being one of my most anticipated films of the year, I wanted to wait to make this list to give me time to see the film, and I am so glad that I did. A wonderful commentary on the unemployment crisis and the mental effects it can have on someone, criticizing how careless corporations and high-ranking officials don't seem to care about the livelihood of the blue-collar workers that they do employ. The transitions are fantastic, cinematography is just simply beautiful, and it is written so well that it gives us a chance to cry, laugh, and be afraid for our main character's well-being. 4.5 out of 5.
Where y'all from?
Just down the road.
And how far is that?
North Carolina.
Y'all clean?
Sure. Well, no.
If a white man ever knocks on your door asking for help, say no. If your boy asks you to be let back inside after taking a 45-minute piss, say no. All jokes aside, this is honestly one of the best movies of the year, and I understand everybody who is saying that it is. Ryan Coogler does a great job of world building and creating an emotional connection with each of these characters. He's able to highlight the joys and passion of community and bring awareness to those who want acceptance in community without knowledge or relatability to the struggles that got them where they're to begin with. The way he truly has an appreciation for film and fought hard for this movie to be shot on film is just something to be admired. Remick is one of the most terrifying people I've ever seen. Sammy's performance of I Lie to You was truly an unworldly experience that needs to be seen on the big screen. Michael B. Jordan truly brings to life 3 separate people and truly deserves to be the winner of the Best Actor award. My choice is literally him or one other actor, which is not Timmy Tim. As someone who hates horror movies, I can say that I truly thought this film was fantastic. 4.5 out of 5.
Wait! Before you leave, will you give your mama one last big hug?
Come on, don't watch it.
In my last semester of college, I wrote a paper on the state of Donghuas, another name for the Chinese animation industry, and learned about the huge success of Ne Zha 2. It is quite literally the highest grossing animated film in the world, in all of its history. Not knowing the history of the myth of Ne Zha and was inspired by writing this essay, I watched the first Ne Zha and thought it was really great. When I heard that the film was getting released in the US, although being dubbed, in September, I couldn't pass up on my chance to see it, and boy, was I in awe. Some of the most beautiful animation that I have ever seen with my own 2 eyes, and one of the most emotional stories that I have ever seen. I truly saw what it was that made it the highest grossing animated film of all time, and it was actually and truly incredible. If you haven't seen this film, you need to watch it today. 4.5 out of 5.
Thank you. Hey, thank you, Sensei. Thank you, Sensei. Thank you. God damn it! Viva la revolution!
On a production standpoint, I think that this is the best film that I've seen all year. It has the best script and themes that I've seen all year, especially with the state of the country today. If you cannot make the parallels to today's climate, I don't know what to tell you. It has some of the best and most iconic performances and an absolutely disgusting antagonist that is incredibly easy to hate. Chase Infinity is right up there with Miles Canton and David Johnson as actors to be on the lookout for in the future, and Benicio del Toro was definitely a standout with his performance in this film. The only other person who I would give Best Actor to this year, other than Michael B. Jordan, would be Leonardo DiCaprio. He gives a hell of a performance as Rocket Man. I don't want to say too much because if you actually watch this film, then what it has to say will be enough to sell you on why I think it's so great. 4.5 out of 5.
That is where you've always been wrong about me, Lex. I'm as human as anyone. I love, I get scared, I wake up every morning and despite not knowing what to do, I put one foot in front of the other and I try to make the best choices I can. I screw up all the time. But that is being human. And that's my greatest strength.
It is no secret that I love this movie, and over the past 2 years I've become more of a Superman fan, and this film is a definitive version for me. In a world full of hate and agendas, it speaks to something special when you see a man who wants to help just out of the goodness of his heart, wants to help anybody that he can simply because he has the ability to. This movie constantly asks the question of what is hope and what does it mean to be good. And thankfully, they found an actor in David Cornsweet that is able to play a man continually trying to answer these questions. Nicholas Hoult also truly gives off the performance of a lifetime to embody the world's biggest hater. James Gunn is one of my favorite directors working today, and this is some of his greatest work. He does a great job at defining what Superman is while also building out the roadblocks to what will be the DCU. The film is not without its faults, as I do not totally love the color grade of the film and I think it is paced a bit odd, but this list isn't about the best films according to the critics or award votings, but the best films in my eyes. 4.5 out of 5.
The last thing I do is drive that car. I will take that life, man. 1,000 times.
This film was honestly just Top Gun with cars. And what more can you ask for? Great duo as the lead actors, wonderful cinematography, high-speed action, and fast cars. Obviously, it's not just a visual winner in my eyes because I love the character building in this film. We truly get to learn what motivates Sonny and Joshua as the film goes on. Their dynamic shifts and builds into something truly incredible. To me, this film is a 5 out of 5 because it just reminds me of Top Gun Maverick and everything I loved about that film. There were a lot of great movies that I've seen this year that unfortunately weren't able to make it into my top 10, but that doesn't take away from them being great films. I'm excited to see what this year of films have in store and how many are going to blow my mind. Let me know down in the comments your top 10 films of the year, and I plan on making a lot more videos this year, so hopefully y'all will stick with me until then. Thanks again for watching this video. If you wouldn't mind, please like and subscribe to the channel for future uploads. If you like what I said in this video, then tap into an episode of my podcast, Tendencies, wherever you happen to find podcasts. I'm Jay Reese, and I'll see you next time.